before I broke off of driving in the country. So if you, but well, much. So just it does give me the opportunity to talk about a few things I didn't have the chance to explain while we were driving. I pulled up here in a pub just outside of the village of Belbroughton. This is the pub, and we're talk you through a few of the things. We were obviously driving. I'll just put her into and put the electronic handbrake on. There we go. So, a few of the features. Well, I've spoken to you before about the leather, and the beautiful nap you can see on the side, and the that we seats that this provide a lot of adjustment. Almost every I think really there is you can bring forward the backrest, bring forward the upper deck, so fairly upright, and you follow. Just try to be able to do that. Let's get that. Yeah, just the headrest. No, if you have to be paying passenger and you want to, the comfort, and as I said before, so supportive, really luxurious by the design of the comfort seats, but also Nappa leather, which really follow your contemplative, really luxurious shit with your also by just how soft, just like your sofa. In fact, the seats on this are even nicer, really so comfortable. And as I said before, you sit in the X5, and that's one of the real SUV. So that means that the seats are also mounted slightly to sit much like I would at home, sort of having my knees, they're almost lower than my hip, reduce strain on your legs on long distances. It's really very comfortable. And wanted to drive or even down into it at all, you with the journey as you were at the seats they're just wonderful. The climate control system is much, but it's quite a nice day as you put the climate degrees, and even on a relatively low setting, pleasant cabin. Now, for those days, wonderful heating on here. They really are really lovely, and they heat back like some come into your shoulders. Yeah, really nice on, and sometimes even on a. Although it's very warm. So control system of BMW, so here and here, and both sides to auto. What it needs to temperature. So is a CD, but also capable. So down here and there, so it is what to do. This will to run away in my business. Not many DVDs in the DVD. Nice thing about watching a DVD, and the screen is. It's a really high. We can make a zoom mode somewhere. No. Other options? Zoom mode. And it goes. It's very good. It's a sunny day. Let me try. I might make it a bit easier for you. Let's have a look. You want to demonstrate more harder. Oh, black. There we go. So, what was the quality of the screen? Pretty good, actually. Much better than watching smartphone. But it's pretty good, actually. And green. I'm not sure if we. Anyway, you're not DVD X5, but look, the screen being really good quality, it's fantastic. It surround sound, and on a phone, if you are in a position to messing around to actually train. It's a system, and the great sound, between bass and its sequel. These, but I think also certainly that's a DVD. In addition, a little bit cool. 18 got the play Bluetooth plugger device box inputs down in there. And rips off 2 here to sample of the song to our electro swing, which hopefully will show you the dynamic range of the sound system. And you can see we've got that. The navigation systems passing generations really play is really not blue sky. So sorry. Now let's open this and let a bit of light back into the cabin. Now, in addition, there are some other lovely touches. So I've obviously spoken about the beautiful leather. I forget the name, unfortunately. I know that this is ivory. I forget the name of this, but it's a special leather that I think you can only get on the special edition. We've got piano black wood, which looks lovely. Unfortunately, it does pick up the dust. I really must dust the inside of this car, but it looks superb, particularly when contrasted with the aluminium. It's some plastic. This really touch it. It's lovely, but really the stitching is just beautiful. The amount of time that must go to creating this lovely cabin. We've even, it's fairly normal, obviously, on the seats, but we've even got it here on the lower part of the dashboard. We've got it along here on the centre console, somewhere where you would seldom look. We've got it on the doors, but we've also got it on the upper part of the doors. It really is leather everywhere, and it's really beautiful leather too. I wish all the X5s came like this. I think it's about a £6,000 on this. We've got a few other headliners. Here we've got if you need emergency services, and if it makes a call through to good, lots of storage. Just we've got cup holders, we've got an ashtray, and they're really big cup holders. This is not only to the American market, America. You can tell. Let's close that. The dash here, wouldn't you? I don't know why BMW this goes expand that, but I think that but when you access it, pressing into it opens up. Size as you with it's quite a good size. Changer is in there. We've also got very good which you might be able to see, which are nice and large. So you've got a tremendous portioned boot, lots of space. Here you can see we've got the center. We've also pressed this button. So if I can see that there. Now the visibility behind it's actually very good. Although this has got a centre headrest, it's quite a large screen, so it's pretty good. But it is obviously some distance away, and because you're high, you know, now we can see Fiat 500, but we can't see a great. Whereas with the camera, I can see where that all-important rear ends. And if I go backwards, you can see it's sensed the car, and we have green squares that have popped up. But also, you can like there's a bird's eye view of 5. We can see it triggered there, and it's. I know the new versions are even better, but also it's crystal clear. I mean, remember this car is a few years old now, but I can read the registration on that car really clearly, and or rather I could if I hadn't got those yellow boxes warning me that I'm getting rather close. So that's great for backing up, but of course you don't always back up. You know, often you might drive into the space front on. So what about that? Is there anything to assist? Because it is a very wide car. How does that work? Well, if I click this button, I have a bird's eye view, and you can see where I am in the space. Now let's trial that if we go forward. Okay. And I can try and line it up here. So, I'm sorry, I'm not a great parker. So someone who was, I'm sure, could do this really well. But for me, it really is a godsend. I don't think that's bad. I think that's probably a 7 out of 10. What do you think? We're roughly in the middle of the space, and just to be able to have that bird's eye view is just fantastic in a big car like this. Really helpful. So how does it work? Well, there's obviously a camera behind, but of course, you know, that's nothing really new. But there are also cameras, 2 of them, on the underside of these very large door mirrors on the X5, and that's what's providing these angles here. So that's the rear camera and the side cameras, and all in all it provides a really good surround view. I think there was an option on this X5, and there certainly is on the newer cars, to also have a front camera to assist you there, and that's particularly helpful